ladies and gentlemen, I'm EddCase of the Mob Cave. Welcome to my episode 0 of Base Race, a very interesting, mini, different base race that I hope you're really going to enjoy, but we're going to be looking at all the interesting details for this month. Probably not going to be as long of a video because stuff, which you'll find out shortly, but have some definitely different and interesting things to say. So let's get to it. First off, as you may have seen already from the announcement video, you play this in a random world. So I'm just going to go over again how you do that. First off, download the function pack, and you can get the tier 0, the unpatronized pack, from the description of the video as usual, and you can get the tier 1 and the tier 2 from the Patreon page. So make sure you download it from the right place. Then once you've got it and extracted it, because it's a zip file, you need to copy the folder called custom, and it's basically the top level. It's called custom. Copy that folder. Right. So you've got that copied to your clipboard. Now this is how I would recommend you go about doing it. You load up the world. So this is me. I've literally just loaded up this world, and it starts you directly in the middle of a block, which really helps. So if you don't move, and you face north, you don't have to face north, but if you want to see everything appear in front of you, then face north, which you can do like that. And then you don't actually have to quit out of the game, like I said in the announcement video. But what you can do is then open up Windows Explorer, go to the saved world that you've just created, and then click on Data Packs. In Data Packs, you paste the folder that's in your clipboard called Custom. So it's Data Packs Custom. And then once you've done that, you can come back in here. And so if you haven't quit out and then come back in again, what you can do is you do /reload. And that's fine. That's done. That's ready. And now you type, as I said in the announcement video, you go /function custom run, like that. Bam. And there it is. There it is in front of you. Okay, so what I've just done is I've put a whole lot of F's in the chat, so we won't accidentally see what the choices are. I've also removed this over here, which is your plus choice, your pro, rather than your con. So whatever it is, you can click this button to get an extra one of whatever the benefit is. I'm not going to tell you what the benefits or the negatives are, the pros and cons. I'm not going to tell you what they are this time. I'll let them be a little bit of a secret. If you really want to find out some of them, then like there are 2 of them in the announcement video if you look very quickly at one moment, but I'm just going to keep it secret for the time being anyway, because I think that might be more fun. So, okay, let's see. Right, so you're presented with the item list, which is right here. We can go over the items. I haven't put in like many biome specific ones because that's going to be the really tricky thing. Like, I spend ages normally in Base Race trying to pick the right world seed so that all the biomes are within like 500, 1,000 blocks of spawn, so you can actually find everything. So if you're just going to be in a random world, you do not know if there's going to be a dark oak forest or a mesa biome or, any of that jazz anywhere nearby. So we don't have many biome-specific blocks to collect, but let's go through what we do have. So this is spruce. You're bound to find some spruce somewhere. That's a stripped spruce log. Birch. We've got nether stuff. So yes, we've got to get the glowstone magma, which you might find underwater in the overworld. There's also, I think there's something else. Quartz right there. Yep, okay, and soul sand. So you got the nether stuff. You also got some hunting to do, I believe. Yeah, you've got the TNT in a TNT minecart, so that's hunting some creepers. You got lots of undergroundy stuff to do. We've got the redstone, we've got the diamonds, 5 diamonds to get that. And coal up there, a bit of iron, and a little bit of lapis as well for the blue wool and the purple dye for the glazed terracotta. I think that's about it for all the interesting things. There is no build stage this time, which is why none of the numbers are colored and there are no red asterisks or anything like that, because you don't need them. They're just numbered. So you have to get that many. We still have the thing that works. I'll demonstrate what I'm trying to say. Stripped Bruce, Bruce Almighty. So if you put that there, you do get the flickering stuff above it. So yeah, we do have that. Oh yeah, you got to find a cobweb. So you got to find an abandoned mine. That's kind of, it's not biome specific, but it's something that you might have to hunt for. Sometimes, like, they're everywhere, and other times they're kind of a real pig to find. So, oh, one thing. Let's move on from the item list now. No, wait. I'm sorry, this is a bit scatty. It's very different than usual, so I just want to make sure I've included everything. This is the one thing that could be biome specific. Obviously, you can get mossy cobblestone from underground in dungeons and stuff, but failing that, you can make them with vines, which means a swamp or a jungle, or you can find mossy cobblestone in mega taiga biomes. So yeah, you might have to go hunting on the surface for that, or underground to find a dungeon or something. Anyway, the one thing I wanted to say about the choices, which I forgot to say earlier, is that all of them, there are 3 pros and 3 cons, and it randomly chooses it for you, and they are from previous base races. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but they are pros and cons from previous base races. So you get 1 pro and 1 con from a previous base race. So yes, that'll be interesting. You'll see if you remember that. Obviously, you've got the Patreon cap, which you can have if you have the Tier 2 patronage. And if you've got Tier 1, then you get the Trident, which you might remember from our 113 test that we did. The Magic Part 2, the 113 test. So yes, you'll get a Trident. Okay, is there anything else? See, it's different because normally I go underground and I can talk through all the choices and all of that jazz, but nope, it's different this time. There's no resource pack to click on, so that's new and different. Oh, I should probably tell you that the base has a defense mechanism because obviously you're not surrounded by walls this time. So any hostile mob within like 15-20 blocks of the base just gets instantly killed. So yes, you shouldn't have any problems. You shouldn't be too bothered by things. Unless, of course, there's a skeleton standing up there shooting down on you or something strange like that. But in theory, it should be fine. You should be nice and protected. Yes. There is 1 bed, but obviously if you're playing multiplayer, then you can just add beds as you see fit. I haven't slept. Like, you won't have slept, but you will respawn around base anyway. But make sure you can make sure to set your spawn by just sleeping in the bed at nighttime, obviously. Anything else? Oh yes. Okay, so random world. That's why I suggest that you do it my way of like loading up the world, especially if you're recording. Load up the world and then don't quit out. Just keep it running. Add the custom file into the data packs folder, and then come straight back in and start like recording or continue recording from there. Because it shows everyone that you're playing in the first random world that you've come across, kind of thing. It shows everyone that you haven't pre-explored the world. So yes, what I want to say about finding a random world is that, yeah, basically just hop into a world and then that is your world. However, if you happen to spawn on an island, a very small island in the middle of nowhere with water everywhere, then obviously find another world. But what I would say is if there is land mass around you, then that is your world. That is the world that you're going to be playing in. Those are what I would say the rules should be for this one. All right. And a interesting thing about this one is that technically there aren't really any spoilers for this other than what the pros and cons are. So after you've started your race and you've found out what your pro and con is, and by the way, it does say them in chat, or at least it gives you the little helpful tip about them. After you've got that, there are no spoilers. You're not playing in the same world as anyone else. So technically, you can watch other people and you can talk about your experience and stuff like that. there are no spoilers. So I thought that'd be a really interesting thing about this month. And yeah, I hope it works out that way. I can't really think that there should be any spoilers or reasons to avoid people's videos until later on, other than just starting your race and finding what pro and con you have. So yeah, cool. Is that everything? I've got them written down in front of me, everything that I need to talk about, because it's a weird one. Yep, I think that's everything. So yeah, I mean, it's going to work essentially just the same as a normal base race, but you will be in a random world. You will have a random pro and con assigned to you. And yeah, you could be anywhere. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm really interested to see what happens with everyone's races this month, because yeah, it really is going to be random. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I've been EddCase, and I'll see you next time. Bye.